I'm Jacob from the Sustainably Yours Homestead, where we're striving to live a little bit more sustainably each and every day, and we're inviting you to learn along with us. So if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button down there, and then stay tuned because we're about to bring you our Shedwars Saturday update. Well, we haven't had any major hauls come out of our garden so far, but we have been harvesting a few things here and there, and I think at the end of the video I'll probably do a recap. I've taken pictures of all the weights and everything like that, so I'll probably kind of run through those pictures and give a tally of what our total weight is so far, but we do have a few things that are getting close to ready for harvest. Let's start with the snake gourds. I do believe this is probably my favorite thing that we're growing in the garden this year. We have this one right here. I measured it the other day. I think it was at something like 30 something inches. 31 or 34 inches long. I'm leaving this one to go to seed, and I think I'm gonna hold on to this one and let it go to seed as well. I have another one here that's probably ready for harvest. I've been letting them get a little bigger than this before harvesting, but I'm finding out that the skin gets a little bit tough for frying. So I guess I could pick them at probably about this size and it would be a lot better, or I may just go ahead and let them grow and then peel the skin off of them and use them that way, because they get quite a bit bigger than this. I harvested one a couple of days ago that was 2 pounds, a little over 2 pounds, and they're still going. Here's a little one here. I have several little bitty babies that are just getting started. So if you've never grown a snake gourd before, I recommend them. Like I said, I think this is probably my favorite thing in the garden this year. I think I'll go ahead and take this snake gourd that I was showing you earlier. I don't know that I can do this with one hand. Let's see. Here we go. It's a big old thing, like from the tip of my finger down a couple of inches past my elbow. And yummy. Working our way toward the peppers, we'll start with the paprika peppers. Check this out. I've got one that is ready to go. I think this paprika pepper, I might let it go another day. I don't know, I may pick it. It looks like I see maybe a little bit of green there at the top, but I think we can set that out on the countertop for a couple of days and take care of that. The rest of them, that's probably the biggest one I have. The rest of them are still, I don't know, about this size and still green. My New Mex Sun Glow peppers are beginning to ripen. I'm gonna have to pick some of these. I thought I was losing these plants. Apparently I wasn't watering very well. I was watering about every other day, and I think the problem was I was watering just right at the base of the plant. So I guess my Shedwars tip for this week would be cognizant of your root system, because I mean, like I said, I was watering just at the base of the plant. Things were busy, I was in a hurry. I just ran some water there thinking, okay, that'll be good. The root system for this plant probably comes way on out to here. So I wasn't watering the entire system of roots, and so it wasn't getting enough water. And my leaves started wilting really badly, and it was right at the time that the peppers started ripening. So I was thinking, I don't know what's going on here. The other peppers looked okay, the other plants. It was just these New Mex Sun Glow peppers. So I started wondering, are they like a determinate pepper plant? Are they ripening and so the plants are dying? What's going on? But I came out the other day and I watered everything really, really well, and they came back. I'm gonna go ahead and pick some of these. encourage the plant to keep on producing more. So we got a little handful there. I tasted of these the other day. They're really good. They weren't spicy. They taste a lot like a bell pepper. You know how a bell pepper has that kind of sweet but tangy taste to it? A lot like that. But they're very seedy. They have a lot of seeds inside of them. But they're good. I think while I'm at it, I'm gonna go ahead and grab this paprika. Well, crap. It's on there good. Pull it around there. Ah, we got it. Yeah, there's still a little bit of green on there, but I think that will be okay. I'm excited about these paprika peppers. Eggplants. Man, in a previous video, I showed a quick shot of these little green and black bugs. And I didn't know what they were, so I left them alone. That was a mistake. Man, they completely skeletonized these leaves, so I've had to come out and kill a whole bunch of them. This plant, oh, as a matter of fact, crap. Got a couple here. There they are, there's what they look like. So if you can tell me what kind of bug this is, that'd be awesome. They're kind of nasty when you squish them. There was another one over there. There it is. And they have a tendency, if they know you're coming, they drop off the leaf onto the ground. There was another one. Where'd you go? I gotta turn this camera off and take care of business here. Alright, there we go. I got about 6 or 7 of them off of this plant right here. You can see where they poop. If you start to see stuff like that, be looking for those little bugs, whatever they are. But they will mess up your plants, at least your eggplants. I don't know about anything else. Chard too. I found a few of them on my Swiss chard. I've kind of quit harvesting the Swiss chard because nobody was eating it, so it's just a decoy plant over there. But they'll tear that up too. On this plant, this is the one that's been making the green eggplants. I have a couple on here that are ready to harvest. I think I'm going to go ahead and take them. I've been a little hesitant to eat these because I don't know why they're making green eggplants. But I think I'm about ready to just bite the bullet and try one and see what happens. I didn't bring a knife out with me. That would be helpful. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go get one. I'll be right back. Had a couple of those that were about ready. A couple of green Black Beauty eggplant. My luck with the bell peppers continues. I had a few growing on this plant last time. I think in the last video, something happened to them. I think bugs got to them. They kind of fell off. A couple of them I know had holes in them. But I do still have some trying to grow. We'll see what happens. I have 3 or 4 on this plant. Surely out of all of those, I'll get a decent sized bell pepper somewhere, right? Jalapenos are coming on. They're still a little small. Give them a little bit of time and then we'll come out and harvest those. Lincoln tomatoes. Mostly still green, except I did go ahead and harvest this one. It probably could have stayed, it's got a little bad spot on it, I'll cut that out. It probably could have stayed on the vine for a couple more days, but I noticed it was beginning to split, so I went ahead and grabbed it. We can ripen it on the countertop for a day or two. But everything else is green. Beginning to get a little blush of color on the big boy here. Man, I hope that one makes it. That's gonna be a nice tomato. My later planting of Chinese red noodle beans are taking off. They're climbing. I've got a couple that have almost made the halfway point of our trellis here. And y'all, they're getting ready to put out some flowers. So pretty soon, we'll be getting lots of Chinese red noodle beans from these plants. I do have a couple of plants still at the other little garden over there that we're harvesting from. But like I said, it's just a couple of plants, so I can't wait until these take off and start producing. Come over here to the loofah. Nothing. They're growing. They're growing all right, but I have not had a single bloom off of these plants. I've heard that they are very finicky. I was kind of surprised that they even germinated. I was surprised that they started to grow. Surprised that they're doing as well as they are here, but they still haven't produced any flowers. Finicky plants. Oh yeah, I did plant 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 8 more squash plants out here beside. This was just a pile of that compost that I had that it wasn't being used. So I threw some squash down there. My squash over in the other garden has been pitiful, super horrible bad, so maybe this will do better. Over here at the other garden, man, one of my noodle bean plants, I think a rabbit got to it. Where was it? Yeah, right here. Here at the base. I think a rabbit got to it, chewed it in half, and then the entire rest of the vine died. There were some beans on it that were about ready to go. I just, left them. I'm guessing these will dry up, and maybe I'll try using these as seeds. I've also left several more on here. I was curious to see what happens if you just let the seeds develop inside. And they get big. Look at this. Look at this one down here. Now I'm curious to find out if the beans inside of here will dry out well so that you could use them as a dry bean. I think that's what I'm going to try next. Mystery tomatoes. Same old story. Still have the tomatoes on there. They're still green. Waiting to see what happens with those. Corn, still looking okay. I learned a little too late that what I should have done, I should have put something in the tops of these ears to keep the bugs from getting to them. I didn't do that, so I don't know. It may not turn out in the end, but we'll see. Squash is still pathetic. Green beans still aren't climbing. I know I got a pole variety of green beans, but maybe I didn't. Maybe I got bush beans. That's what they're growing like. I have a few on here that are ready. We've been picking a few cucumbers here and there. They still haven't been up to what I think they should be. We have several on here developing. But man, they should have done a lot better. Okra! Okra's looking good. As a matter of fact, I've got to get in here and cut some okra. Well, that was disappointing. Right here is all I got, and just about all of this came off of the first row. A lot of these plants still haven't even started producing. Got a few in here. This one is just getting started. But yeah, a lot of them haven't even made their first flowers. You know what it is? I'd almost completely forgotten. So at the beginning of the spring, I came out and I planted some okra. I don't remember if I documented that in video, but it got rained out. All the seeds were drowned out. So I came back 2 or 3 weeks later, and I replanted. And I did have some okra from the first attempt that survived. I bet you that's where I'm getting my pods from right now. So the rest of it is 2 or 3 weeks behind. That would explain it. Okay. So I guess this is what I'm going home with today. It's not a lot, but things are starting to pick up. So far, this is probably my best one-day haul, sadly. All right, let's take this stuff in and get it weighed up. And I think I'm just gonna play this video out as I roll the pictures from my harvest. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, please be sure to give us a thumbs up button, subscribe, leave us a thoughtful comment, and if you're interested in following along as we continue to try and turn our home into a homestead, then be sure to ring the notification bell so you'll know when to be back for more daily sustainable living.